Looking good, YouTube. I am LoveGame, or PD1 Piranha if you prefer, and I'm a man destined to be king. Welcome back to Let's Play Zoids Legacy. I hope you're ready for a really long GBA equivalent of a cutscene. Anyways, I'm editing this a lot more than the Pokemon LP. Anyways, this next part is a very long cutscene, or whatever the GBA equivalent of that is. It's going to be a lot of talking. Well, there's Dr. T, dead. Yeah, I just gave away his name because is it really that important? This guy was actually from the original, or should I say the game that predated this one, preceded, whatever. This game in Japan was actually called Zoids Saga 2. The first one didn't get an English release. Yeah, Dr. T's the guy's name. And he needs some medical examination. Okay, audience. Dr. T needs your help. I don't know if anyone got that. But yeah, this game was actually a sequel. It has 2 more games in the series, which are also Japan only, but the 4th was a remake. Point being, this guy was kind of the on-board professor mission control dude of the first game, and we're just kind of supposed to know who he is. I mean, not necessarily. I like the way that this game handles the previous characters. I mean, they do just kind of show up, but they're not overly important, since the story's mostly focusing on Zeru and the guys we're about to meet. Oh yeah, right. We have a sort of a decision here, just like the fossils in Pokemon. We can pick the Liger type or the Zebrafang type. 2 of the more iconic Zoids in the series. Spoilers alert. When you pick one of these, you get whatever Zoid you pick. I mean, what more can I say? And of course, since the Shield Liger is my favorite Zoid of all time, I'll be picking the Liger type. I know the Ligers in general are just some of the more they're kind of the Pikachu of the Zoids franchise. Liger Zero in particular, because it was in New Century / Zero, hence the name of the show. But I've always taken quite a liking to the Shield Liger itself, so we'll be getting ourselves one of those. I mean, he says we're gonna look for one, so obviously he's gonna give it to us. Why else would he ask? Kind of a spontaneous question, but whatever's convenient for you. Oh no, we're surrounded with no Zoids. What will possibly happen here? I mean, it's not like a Zoid's gonna come up out of the ground and save us or something. That's a little bit absurd. I mean, we can take care of him. We can't go in the Zoids. Yo. Say yo or you. Can't escape. But I didn't hit run. Oh, would you look at that. We got a big blue friend here. Now it's playing the random battle music for a second. Yeah, it was hiding conspicuously beneath that huge fucking fault line. I don't even know how that works. Was it under the Earth's core, just crawling around? I know there's wild Zoids, but is it just gonna accept us? I mean, what's the context here? Anyways, yeah, this is kind of the first time that happened, because the game Zoids Battle Legends on GameCube is also the sequel to Zoids Versus. It's called Zoids Versus 2 in Japan. But yeah, thankfully the story isn't too heavily focused on this guy. He does talk a lot, but I mean, he could just as well be a new character and you wouldn't know it. That's what I'm getting at. And here's Pulse, who is the only organoid in the whole series that isn't a dinosaur. Organoids were pretty much like the super special, how do I say, not really a tiebreaker, I guess Deus Ex Machina that showed up really often in the first anime, and they would like fuse with Zoids to make them really powerful, and only 4 characters in the show ever even had them. yeah, they would like fuse with the Zoid, and that's what it does in this game. It just like fills up your EP and like multiplies you. You get the data, by the way, for the Saber thing anyway, so you can make one later. You're not locked out of anything in this game, I don't believe. One-on-one, I don't think they do, fam. Let's go ahead and equip that, though. We've changed Zoid, and yeah. They just kind of give it to us. You know what? 14. Why does it say 14? Are we not... Or is... Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know what that is then. I guess... Unless you... Oh yeah, I have to do that. Maybe I was wrong about that earlier, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I didn't even notice that status the first time I played this game. I just kind of winged it and still ended up beating it. I was also playing on a very broken emulator. Hey, is there no one here? Here there is. Yeah, I was playing on this emulator that would crash if I tried to change the color of the Zoids, so that was no fun. But you know what we're gonna do is change the color of this Zoid right now, because blue's nice and all, but doesn't look that much different. Anyways, I want purple. So I have a purple Shield Liger IRL. Gonna go ahead and improve the defense like we always do. A few times. We won't need these for like pretty much the rest of the game, just so you know. Although the Command Wolf is nice to have, we get a better one later on. This game gives you a lot of good Zoids. That being the first example of such. So I guess we're gonna try this one-on-one if they have it. With our kitty cat following us around. Either way, yes we would. Tonight's episode of Zoids Legacy is brought to you by Crown Royal Vanilla. The only... I don't fucking know. I don't know that it has a slogan. I know the commercial had that one guy in it singing about vanilla. He wasn't actually singing about the flavor, he was singing about, like, the hentai tag vanilla, which means just regular, like, sex, without any fetishes added on. Of course we got, like, active camo immediately, that's the, or not active camo, but smoke, whatever. Let's just show off the organoid, let's just be as overpowered as possible, because once you get this organoid, your MC is basically nigh unbeatable. I mean, you're gonna run into some tough stuff later on, but so much of your abilities just get boosted all the Kingdom Come, so it's like, what do you got to worry about? And plus you do get to get Van, or Vaughn, however you pronounce his name, later on, who himself has the organoid he had in the show. Yeah, I mean, I guess everyone would know if they listened to what I was explaining about the game, that you do in fact... Sorry, I had to itch myself. Anyways, yeah, that you do in fact get, like, all the characters that were in existence up to this point, all the named characters pretty much, even the minor ones. So your team can be pretty much anything. Now let's not miss this time so I can use Supplier. But yeah, this is just one of those weird cases where they release the sequel in Japan, or in the States, which I believe was like the case with the old Final Fantasy games? I don't know. If I haven't expressed it before, I have a generally middling or neutral opinion on the Final Fantasy series. I only ever like got into 2 of the games out of the bunch, and that was 9 and 10. I know it's blasphemous that I don't care for the first 8 games, because they're apparently classics, but it's just one of those big... Everyone has the one big series they can't get into, and for me that's Final Fantasy. Anyways, we had some dudes just kind of show up out of the blue when I was moving in for blocks tests. My vision got distorted suddenly, and I was here when I woke up. Yeah, I know what this guy's voice sounds like, because he talks in the Battle Legends game. He's one of the guys you play as in the campaign of the Republic. I forgot what this guy sounds like, just imagine some old voice. Ugh, this place gives me a headache. How did this happen? I know I can't give like a falsetto voice to every fucking girl character. Who am I? Someone who does. I don't know any LP that specifically does that, so I can't really compare myself, but yeah, ZOS is like a dummy organoid system, basically. It's like what we have, but it's incredibly unstable, and that's kind of the main focus of this game, is that the bad dudes are trying to harness it for no good. It's called Zoids Overload System, that's what it stands for. I don't know if they said that or not. I'm trying. Yeah, there you go, Zoids Core Overload System. Yeah, it's really experimental and generally not good for the Zoid, because anything that the bad guys do is clearly hurting the Zoid. It's just like Pokemon, except for Gen 5, but either way, yeah, like I said, just not a lot of gameplay here. We did one fight, and did a lot of talking. I'm not ending the part here, I'm just saying this is a very long sequence. I forgot what we have to do next. I think we have to do another tournament, which is going to be more regaling you with history, I guess, because I believe that's the last one for a while, though, thankfully, because we're going to get into the good stuff. One of my favorite, like, portions of the game is actually coming up right after this, so look forward to that, I guess. Yeah, he's essentially saying that, like, people have been using ZOS and it causes rifts within the dimensions, and it makes, like, all the people from different franchises, it's kind of an excuse for them to show up and interact and cooperate and whatnot. And that was what was causing all the timelines to converge in the beginning of the game. And of course, since we didn't have a team for a while, we're gonna obviously get more people. I mean, even with the Shield Liger, we'll be getting all their Zoids. And he just kinda is here. He more or less serves the same purpose he did in the last game. He's kind of the mission control. He's always just giving updates, and he does travel with us later, so there is that. Let's take a look at our new Zoids, though. Here we have something I want to use, which is the Nightwise, because I don't want the Masa Sledge. Yeah, the Nightwise is a flying Zoid, and as I explained earlier, the flying Zoids have generally a lot more speed. Let's go ahead and set this team up here. Since the Nightwise is mostly ranged, we'll stick it in the back. Stick the Leo Blaze it up. 420. 420. I guess we'll put you in front. Now it looks good. Yeah, I used to have the Nightwise. I actually got that from the Kmart, I believe it was, when it closed down, because yeah, Kmart, if anyone doesn't know, did not do particularly well as a business in the most recent years, and so they were just giving stuff away when it was closing. And I happened to find that there, and I was like, hey, that's cool, fam. I keep going up there thinking he's going to be up there. But I don't have that anymore. I don't have any of my childhood collection of those because I was either stupid as a kid and broke it, or lost it in a move. Just how it goes. I have a decent collection now, but that's like stuff that I've gotten in recent times. Ruins out on the way to Seize Town in the north. There was nothing valuable left after looting. All I found was rock pieces like these. I forgot why these are significant, but strange walls of light round the ruins that you can't go through. Yeah, there's like this big wall of what? Why did the game defocus? That, I guess I accidentally touched my touchpad on the PS4 controller, my bad. What about the rocks? Yeah, he kind of has this surfer dude voice in the... Well, not in the show, he wasn't in the show, but the game. And it sounds like a really exaggerated Yamcha. That's how I can describe it for you. It's a pretty decent game, Zoids Battle Legends. And yeah, I just got a shit ton of stuff. So I guess we have to go to this ruins, which we will probably do next time, because that was a bit long, and my last recording of this had like several half-hour parts, so we're gonna try to be a little more conservative, as opposed to liberal, with our videos. Length! So that being said, not a lot happened in this part, but I'll be recording another one right after this, so this is PD1 Piranha, signing off. Have a safe day.